This is a certified hood classic.
What's good, family, man? I know it's been a minute. It's your boy Quizzy, man. I'm back with another video, my boy. Hey, today, man, we're getting ready to check out some good stuff, man. We're getting ready to check out South Park new game Has Me Worried, bro. All right, this is about a round table, bro. I just want to check this out because I have seen the South Park trailer, bro. I have seen the South Park trailer, and I did it in another video, right? So I don't know. It gotta have me worried too. So today in this video, we're getting ready to check out this video right here, and we're also gonna check out the trailer. Then I might drop the trailer or whatever. I don't know. I might just put it all together, man. But y'all let me know if y'all like this, man. All right, moving forward, let's get started, my man.
So THQ just revealed the brand new South Park game, Snow Day. Coming 2024 to PS5, PC, Xbox, and apparently the Nintendo Switch. Although that wasn't mentioned in the trailer. Now, the response to this game has already become pretty divisive. And that's because it's a pretty drastic departure from the Stick of Truth and Fractured Butthole games.
Yeah, but if you remember, they did have that other game. I don't know exactly what it is, but it follows the same kind of 3D animation like the old Nintendo 64 South Park game. I've never played it, but I have seen it before, and I'm just thinking to myself, like, this follows that kind of realm. This seems like a multiplayer, a first-player shooter. I know I haven't seen any gameplay, but this is what it's like. That's what it seems like to me. This is a first-player shooter.
Games that I just played through for the first time earlier this year. So, although I hate to say it, I am in the boat of people who are disappointed by this reveal. Do I think the game's gonna be bad? No, because we've barely seen anything. But I can already tell you, I don't think I'm gonna enjoy it as much as I enjoyed Stick of Truth or Fractured Butthole. We went from two very well-polished games in the show's art style that embraced the entire history of the franchise to a game in a slightly jarring 3D art style that's said to be a co-op multiplayer, and honestly, I'm getting major Fortnite vibes.
I don't know, like I said, I ain't tripping off of that. I'm more or less just tripping off the simple fact that the graphics. I don't mind a first-player shooter, because if y'all remember, he might not know, but they had a South Park game that was like, you know, throwing snowballs and taking shots. I like the fact that they are doing different things with the franchise. They're making a shooter, and I actually have no idea what they're making, but I'm just saying, this is what it looks like to me. Because, you know, Cartman was throwing snowballs at people, and those were used as ammo and, you know, bullets, and, you know, it's a good concept. It was a really good concept. Even the fact that they doing it in the snow, there's a limited ammo, you know what I'm saying? It's like, let's say if it was in a desert and you were throwing snowballs, it doesn't make sense. Let's say you were in the desert and you were throwing sandballs, put some sandballs in your face. Doesn't make sense. Snowballs, unlimited ammo. You know what I'm saying? It's snow all around you. They stay in Colorado. But you know what? It makes sense.
Which isn't inherently a bad thing, but as someone who wanted more of this, I can't exactly say I'm happy with that. But I'll keep an open mind. So let's run through some positives. I think putting this game around a snow day is genius. And in that regard, it is a natural evolution of the last two games. The narratives of Stick of
I don't think this is an evolution to the game. I think this is its own separate thing, bro.
Truth and Fractured Butthole were built around the kids being divided into two warring factions, with a team up towards the end of the story. So it does check out that they would take this concept of, whose side are you on, and blow it up into a free-for-all. I think it also makes sense because the last two games were built around trends in pop culture. The fantasy craze with Stick of Truth, and the superhero craze with Fractured Butthole.
Right.
Since then, the tides have shifted, but we really haven't had a next big thing like fantasy or superheroes. But in gaming, battle royales have become a big thing. So I get why South Park would make this pivot. And although I do prefer the 2D art style for the video games, and would have been down with something that looked like the theme song they've been using for the last few years, I like that, from what we've seen, they're still making a conscious effort to emulate the show's animation techniques. Evident by the way Cartman talks and the way his body snaps into different poses. And all the
I don't know, bro. I understand where he's coming from with this, but like I said before, and I'll say it one more time, I think he's thinking of a mainline series to the franchise. I don't think he's thinking of one-off games. For example, that's like saying if Nintendo put out Pokemon Go, for example, and then you judge Pokemon Go as if it was their new mainline game like Ruby, Alpha, Sapphire, whatever. I don't know. I stopped at fucking leafy green, fiery red and shit. I'm all the way out of touch with the shit. So what I'm trying to say is like at the or Pokemon Emerald. I think I said Pokemon Emerald. But what I'm trying to say is that like at the end of the day, we're talking about like a main game, like a main game series, and I think that was like the Stick of Truth, the Fractured Butthole. That kind of follows its own thing. But I don't necessarily think that this is going to be part of the main series. Now with South Park, I figure they might figure out a way to tie it in to the events of the last game, but I don't think that this is the main game series. I think that, like he said, this is a battle royale game to get people more invested in the franchise, to get them their money going. And I think that with the deal, and I could be wrong, but I think that with the deal that they made with Paramount and all this other stuff for all the millions and millions of dollars, I think another few South Park games were in that mix. I honestly do think that, bro. So, that's just something to think about.
Though
bro.
I'll miss the amount of love poured into the RPGs with its in-depth exploration of the town and various missions throughout the campaign incorporating different characters from throughout the series, I expect there will still be plenty of Easter eggs and callbacks through various items and maps. That being said, one thing I think we will lose from the RPGs is the ability to play as characters from the show. Although you're playing as the new kid in both Stick of Truth and Fractured Butthole, as you progress through the story, you gain more characters in your party, which allowed us to play as Stan, Kyle, Cartman, Kenny, so on and so forth. But judging by this trailer, it looks like you'll be playing as your avatar against everyone else's avatars because, again, it's likely a battle royale. I wouldn't be surprised if the South Park cast proper ends up playing an NPC role in the game. But on the other hand, I could easily see them being added through skins that you can buy in the store, or just unlock by gradually playing through matches. And although the game is called Snow Day, it doesn't look like you're gonna just be throwing snowballs at other players. These kids are clearly strapped with weapons. So although this won't be a direct sequel to Stick of Truth or Fractured Butthole, I would not be surprised if they borrow a lot of elements from those games, like the various weapons you can unlock. I think it would also be pretty cool if the superpowers returned, in the form of level ups you could snag on the map.
That'd be kind of cool. Like I like all the little power ups that they was doing. It took me a minute to get to like the South Park Fractured Butthole. It took me like, if y'all go, I did the game over on my gaming channel, bro. So if you want to click on the channel, scroll down, you can click on you can find my gaming channel if you click on this channel. But like, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, like some real talk, man. It took me quite a few episodes to really get into the swing of things, but once I got into it, I was in. Like, cause that was a whole different thing from the Stick of Truth. Like, that was a whole different fighting style. But once I got into that new fighting style, oh, that shit was lit. That shit was lit. I want them to keep going with that fighting style now.
Although this isn't the game I wanted, and I am gonna miss the old single-player format, I can't deny that the game still looks pretty fun. Like, bro, I want to catapult off a shovel and dive headfirst into my enemies. I'll still probably put in a disgusting amount of hours into this game with my friends. And honestly, as long as the game is funny, I'm sure a lot of my grievances with this not being a third RPG will quickly subside. I really do wonder what other maps will look like in this game, though.
That boy was shit. That boy literally was shit. Had a whole shit tidal wave. Imagine you got hit with a shit tidal wave. One, that shit stinks. It's gonna hit you like a ton of bricks. Shit ain't exactly the most fluid thing. I don't know what I'm talking about, but you see Mr. Hanky. Shit.
We see there's the town, and I imagine the school will make it in. But what about Tegrity Farms, Dick and Boss, or even something crazy like Canada or Imagination Land?
Oh, shit.
I am really curious about the campaign because I imagine Matt and Trey wouldn't want to abandon a story mode entirely. The whole co-op multiplayer thing has just really thrown me off, and it really makes it hard to gauge if a story mode will actually be the main selling point of this game, because so far, it really doesn't seem to be. But let's say they put their best foot forward to make a compelling campaign mode. Suddenly, I'm really excited to explore this version of South Park, because the 3D environments will provide a brand new perspective that the last two RPGs just couldn't have. 2D is great, But when it comes to video games, it can be limiting because there's only so much that we can see. It is hard to gauge expectations because it's supposed to go to the Switch, and the longer the Switch has been around, the more modern games on there kind of feel like SpongeBob pushing Gary during the snail race. It's kind of rough to watch. I also wonder if we're going to get an episode or Paramount Plus special that properly sets up this game, and if that's the case, when would that air? If the game releases early 2024, did it make sense that the next two specials could be built around it? Assuming those drop in the fall or winter like the post-COVID specials. If the game drops next summer or next winter, then I imagine this setup.
Boy, I know they take a lot to do, bro. Like, I'm just looking at the game and I'm like, it take a lot to make these little character models and do this stuff on the actual computer. So I'm just thinking, like, if that takes a lot for the South Park games, I can only imagine like Call of Duty and even stuff like Grand Theft Auto. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, that shit takes so long to do these games. It takes so many people, so many man hours to make different things, characters, skins, and stuff like that. I don't know, man. It's incredible, bro. It's incredible the way that they do it, man. And I know software helps a lot these days, but still, like, that's crazy.
We'll go to the 2024 specials. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But that's just a rambling of all of my thoughts, and I would love to hear yours. How do you feel about Snow Day? How do you feel about this new art style? Is the fact that it's going on the Switch holding it back visually? Do you think this could surpass Stick of Truth and Fractured Butthole? Or are you hoping it just stands on its own, and those two games won't even be a thought while playing this? Drop your thoughts in the comments down below. Once we learn more about this game, I would love to do a video just rounding up all the info we have. But for now, I've been Ostrich Vox, and I hope you have a great day. See ya.
All right, well, yeah, no, that's cool, man. Y'all, what do y'all think, bro? I just want to know what y'all think, straight up. Just like no BS. What do y'all think? Do you think that this is going to be a new mainline series game, or do you think they're just testing something out to kind of go, you know what I'm saying, like to kind of get into this battle royale, like he said, battle royale style games, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm telling you, if it comes out and it's really dope, you never know where things like that can take you. And more money to the South Park series. I mean, they got enough money. I was gonna say more money to the South Park series get us more things, but they have enough motherfucking money, bro. They're good, nigga. They're good, bro. It's just Matt and Trey. I think that's the biggest thing is it's just Matt and Trey doing a lot of the voice acting. They have to do everything, and so it's good because you get creative control over what you got going on, the different things that you got going on. You get creative control over that, but at the same time, it has to be incredibly exhausting. And if something were to happen, heaven forbid, to Matt or Trey, I don't know if I want a different voice Kyle or a different voice Cartman. It would just be it would be tragic in the period, but I don't know if I want a different voice Kyle and Cartman, bro. So yeah, let me just check out. We're just gonna check out the actual trailer.
It's so beautiful! It's a snow day, the most magical of days in a young child's life. Yes! Yes! There's no ski!
Well, I definitely feel like they definitely have the imagination element down pat. Like the fact that, you know, Cartman can obviously command stuff like this. And then he has the Stick of Truth outfit on. So this seems like something that's like more back in the day. Like just to break it down, like he got the Stick of Truth outfit on. So it just seems like something that would have came out after the Stick of Truth, and maybe they could have came up with the concept then. I don't know. So this doesn't seem like something that he's progressing on, because the Coon's outfit, that motherfucker look nice. This Stick of Truth look like, you know, just something that, you know, might have been his first try at an outfit, you know what I'm saying? But still looks dope, like a wizard. Then he commanding spells and shit like that, like all of this fire and stuff like that, which lets me know this is just still in a realm of imagination. So we're gonna have a lot to work with
Days
that.
in a young child's life. Yes! Yes! There's no skiing! It's a snow day!
It almost seems like an assault on a fortress, bro. Because if you look at back here, like, all right, so like for example, like these are like, if you know, like in war, like especially like in World War II, they got trenches and stuff like that. So it's like they got the front lines, they got trenches and whatnot, and you know, golly, there's a lot going on. And I see different players, like this player up here, this player right here, look like some landmines kind of thing. And they're all trying to get through. Players are trying to get through. Their players are trying to defend it. And then it looked like, okay, yeah, they do got swords and stuff. But this catapult, you know, once they hit the catapult, it's like they get them over that gate. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe an assault on a fortress kind of thing.
Hey, new kid! It's a snow day, dude! No school, everybody! No skiing!
Yeah, I'm quite excited for it. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. At first, when I first looked at it, I didn't give it the most positive review. Like when I first looked at it, I didn't give it the most positive review. I was kind of like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck is this? That's because I wanted a more role-playing story game. But that's not saying that they're not going to be working or dropping a story mode. But maybe that just takes more time. So maybe it seems to me like a battle royale style game, it'll be better for the South Park franchise. One, because they know that battle royales, you can keep on playing. It's more about the gameplay than it is about the story mode or than it is about voice acting. So let's say Matt and Trey and other people made all of these voice acting parts. They don't have to make that many for that game. Because it's mostly gameplay and fighting and stuff like that. So boom, they don't have to make that many. So they can make all of that, ship it off to people that actually does the animation, because it's a whole different style of animation, which makes sense for a battle royale game. You can't have that 2D animation doing a battle royale game. That'd be kind of weird. So it's interesting. I just kind of want to see moving forward, how are they going to do 3D games? How are they going to do that 3D games? I want to see that moving forward, because I don't want the 3D games to be in this style if they have to do 3D games. But hey, who knows, man. But y'all, let me know what y'all think, man. I don't want to keep on rambling. Let me know what y'all think, all right?